War number 2, look at this. We're following through, at least through 2 wars, better than last season. But here we're up against HCAR, and you guys can see that we've already gotten started a little bit here. And I'm going to be bringing in my rank 4 Iceman. Now, I did, a couple weeks ago, you guys can see that rank 5 Omega Sentinel. I did finish Eternity of Pain, all of the Karina objectives, and I think I'm going to post that video. If you're watching this, I mean, you already kind of know what's going to happen there, but I can do like just kind of a roster overview, and I guess a count tour is what everybody calls it. But here you guys can see that I've got Shang-Chi, rank 4. You guys have known that, I think. And then Iceman and Red Hulk are both also rank 4. I have basically taken it upon myself to completely corner the hazard shift fights with some of my rank ups. I also have a rank 4 Mephisto. I have a rank 4 Angela. Just to give our battle group and myself as a planner as much flexibility as possible. Going forward, we really don't want to use rank 3 attackers if we can avoid it for obvious reasons. So, all right. So here I'm just figuring out if I wasn't sure if I wanted to maybe use a 6-hour boost, but I decided not to because I've got so many of those, regular 30% boosts. But I don't have any of the regular health boosts. So there I am just going to go ahead and spend 60 units to get the 6-hour version of that. So this first fight, I'm going to be using Red Hulk for this Mephisto. Then I'm going to be using my rank 4 Iceman for that Nick Fury. And then we've got a Mojo on node 21, which I'll use Red Hulk for. And we'll kind of talk through all these fights as we go along. So this one is very, very self-explanatory. Red Hulk, you can completely ignore the hazard shift node. However, because he's not technically immune to incinerate and poison, he will briefly get those debuffs before he converts them into heat charges. And because of that, very, very briefly, you guys can see underneath Mephisto's health bar, he will gain that passive fury buff. But the biggest thing in this fight is to just make sure that his power doesn't get out of control. I do have an invulnerability boost on here because I'm going to use it for that Nick Fury. So if he gets to an SP3, I don't really care. Yeah, Red Hulk just really, really crushes in general, but especially against Mystics. I mean, he does so much secondary damage. Alright, so rank 4 Iceman. Iceman is not the fastest champ. He is scheduled for a tune-up, but he's very, very safe. And as many YouTubers have pointed out throughout this season already, I definitely did not mean to finish my combo there. I didn't think that finishing my combo there would push him over bar. It did, so I'm off to a bad start. I'm not in any danger here, but I just, misplayed it. But as many YouTubers have pointed out, Nick Fury with this global is actually a little bit easier to deal with because those flourish charges, those little buffs that he's got right to the right side of his little icons area, they're just going to allow one combo to push him over 2 bars of power, so I can just continually bait his SP2s, which is perfect. And this node does also have power focus 1, so he's going to get to a bar of power a lot quicker, and then after a bar, his combat power is going to drop 80%. However, those flourish buffs are not affected by combat power, so I can just weaponize those against him to keep him topped off over 2 bars of power. And anytime he's under 2 bars of power, I'm just going to turtle up, take some blocked hits, try to repair if I can. If I can't, not a big deal. If he wants to throw the heavy, I'll just outrange it. And obviously you guys can see that I'm just holding 3 bars of power. That is the safe way to approach really any Iceman fight. The optimal damage rotation for an Iceman is going to be to recycle SP1s, which is going to put those Cold Snap passives on. They're actually not called Cold Snap. I can't remember what they're called, but those passives on the opponent, and then you can expire them instantly. You can stack them and then use your heavy to expire them and get big burst damage. So But yeah, here, this is a relatively slow fight. We're 2 minutes in just because I'm playing it very, very safe. I finished the combo, was not able to kill him with that last medium, so we just throw the SP3 to finish the job. But very, very safe. I had all kinds of insurances on that fight. I kept the ice armor up, so that caps any damage taken by 5%, or I'm sorry, by 95%. So it caps the damage at 5%. And then, of course, I've got I had the invulnerability boost on and all that stuff. So, all right, so here we're taking off decks just to be like crazy, crazy safe for this Mojo. But that is not necessary whatsoever in this matchup with a rank 4 Red Hulk against a rank 4 Mojo. Even like a rank 5 Mojo, which I would personally love to have, by the way. Red Hulk is just really going to take care of this fight. Now, the only danger in this fight, really, obviously you got to play around his prompts a little bit, because if he gets a hater buff on you, he's going to start to degen you, and that will also feed Mystic Dispersion. But the big danger in this fight is just you don't want him to get to an SP3, because he places massive degen on you, and it wouldn't kill Red Hulk, or it probably wouldn't kill any rank 4 science champ, but at least, you know, that's viable to take this fight like a torch or anything like that. But it would do definitely probably 50% damage, and against Red Hulk, probably somewhere between 40 and 50% of my health. So, but there you guys can see that he's already dead about 25 seconds in, and at 21 seconds it looked like. I might have misread that, but just a very safe fight. Okay, so this is really my only scary fight of the war, and it's a spot on node 23. Now, last war, I took this exact same placement with rank 4 Agent Venom and the, Scorpion Craven Trinity, and I played it pretty poorly, but we got him down in about 37 seconds. This fight's going to be, I think, a little bit longer than that, but I'm using Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi, I think, is a very, very good option just for this node in general. If you don't hit the defender within 6 seconds, you get a root debuff on you. Shang-Chi, you can just stack cleanses, and he'll instantly purify that. Same thing with Spot's Rupture. So what we want to look out for here, of course, is his Spot buffs. Is it a buff? They're like a passive counter. So underneath his health bar, he's got 0. Now he's got 1. Every time you hit him, he's got a 20% chance to gain a spot. And when he gets to 5 spots, the next spot will activate Untouchable. And when he has Untouchable, or is it called something else? I don't know. But when he has Untouchable, yeah, there we go. When he has Untouchable, he cannot take damage, and he will cause mess. So, and any hit that misses, you'll get a Rupture on you. So there, because I was rooted, I just kind of got smacked up. You guys can see that I've got quite a bit of debuffs on me at this point. It's not really a big deal. There, my tiny arms just aren't able to do any damage. So I'm going to just go ahead and reset. I'm going to throw the SP2. Not a big deal. There, I'm just going for the kill at this point because I know that it's going to kill him. And it's tough to kind of walk through all of the moves with Shang-Chi. But if you're familiar with Shang-Chi, you kind of know what I was doing there. Just getting in as many Wushu strikes as possible. Just to finish the job, because he had 0 spots and I knew that I was going to be able to clear him. Alright, Happy took care of that Apocalypse, and this is my last fight of the war. So a relatively brief war, but we are up against this Void here with Shang-Chi, of course. I initially had myself slotted to take that Killmonger with Iceman, despite the fact that, Reverb would trigger with a little bit of damage back at the start because of my Cold Snap debuff, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so I still have half Suicides on, just for the Red Hulk fights, and then also for like the Iceman fights, and I knew that any fight with Shang-Chi, you can just instantly purify those with your Cleanse Wushu, or Cleansing Strike, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so here I'm just looking for an intercept. There, I get it. I'm going to go ahead and pop this off since I am boosted with the skill boost. And I can kill him before that Fury expires. So I'm just going to complete one more strike. It's the slow strike, the shortest one. And there we go. So very, very simple fight. And for the most part, a pretty easy war. The only dangerous fight, I think, was that spot. And, you guys saw how poorly I played there, and we were able to take care of it. So We did end up winning this war, and I had 5 fights here, so we improved the season record to 14-0. But that's it for the war, guys. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you thought of the fights. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you in the next video.